We're gonna
So
Okay,
Trey,
let's
don't
don't
laugh.
And welcome back to Our Town. Bob Sneddon. This afternoon we're shifting gears a little bit, and you can probably hear from maybe some of the noise in the background. Boy, that frog is coming back. I've been in trouble with that all day. I have the Rhododendron Festival Senior Court. All 9 members. There are 5 young ladies and 4 young men. And this is the second year of the guys on the court. We're going to talk a little bit about that. They're not necessarily pioneers any longer. It's the sophomore year of the young men on the court. Rock and Roadie. Let's Rock and Roadie is the theme, and the festival course is coming up the 3rd weekend in May. But the 9 folks I have with me are focused on the next. Their first objective is the Roadie Showcase, which is coming up on Thursday, May 6th, at the Florence Event Center. And that's where they will be showing off their stuff and competing for scholarships, and mostly just showing off their stuff. But let's go around the room. We're going to talk with one of the guys first because I know he's comfortable with a microphone. Trey Cornish is here. Trey, and you're on the senior court.
Yes, this is my first year being on Rhododendron Court.
Well,
of course.
Yeah. I always wanted to be.
Always.
I always wanted to be a roadie princess when I was a kid.
Exactly,
So
princess, definitely.
Trey, by the way, is a cast member of Viking Hour, and so he's familiar with the microphones. Tell me a little bit. What is your expectation? And when somebody said, "Hey, we want you to sign up for the roadie court," what did you think of?
Well, when I first considered it, I didn't think much because I did have a full commitment to baseball. But after the deadline, Jonathan came up and talked to me about how they were missing a few members and they thought that they could use a few guys and that I would be a great candidate.
And Jonathan was Jonathan Griffiths.
Yes, Jonathan Griffiths.
Yeah.
Another one of our senior
Who was also on
princes.
this. Yeah. Now, you don't know Rhododendron Festival without the guys on the court because you moved to Florence about 18 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And last year was your first Rhododendron Festival.
Correct.
So it's natural for you to have
Yes, it is natural. I didn't get the chance to see just princesses. I got to go last year when the princes were first initiated.
Now, tell me what are some of the things, what are the responsibilities that you have? Because you're not just going to prance around and wear a crown.
Correct.
Yeah.
Some of the, I guess, duties entrusted us we're pretty much ambassadors for the Rhododendron Festival. We'll be making several public appearances throughout the next few months. Today, as with the Kiwanis presentation, gave a little intro about all of us. And then we have a few more. I know the Rotary boys have the Rotary auction coming up.
Oh, the guys are going to be
Saturday.
doing that on the 14th?
Yes, we are going to be helping out with that.
Okay.
And then we'll also have a few fundraisers just to help out with the Chamber of Commerce and help refund that scholarship for the next few years.
All right, Trey, I hope that we'll be able to visit a little bit more, but there's 9 of you guys here, and I want to be able to catch all of them. And the next one is, we're going to go guy, girl here. So pull that microphone over there. Kennedy Roylance is a roadie princess, and you've been in Florence, since 1st or 2nd grade, right?
Yeah, since 1st grade.
And so give me your perspective of this. What is it like to have guys on the roadie court?
I don't know, I think it's fun. It's not so like pageanty, it's more like a community thing now, which is nice. And I don't know, it's fun having guys and getting to interact with other people from our class and everything.
Did you always want to be a roadie princess when you were?
Yeah, I've always wanted to wear like a pretty dress and wave in the parade.
Yeah, well, other than the pretty dress, I have too. What's the selection process? You have to apply for it, you have to compete, or how does it work?
Yeah, you apply for it and then you get interviewed and they just select you like with your
Okay.
activities.
Do you
and
have to
stuff.
take in your grades or transcript?
Yeah, you have to like tell them your grades and like what activities you do in school and after school and stuff like that.
Now, each one of you picks a platform that you have to, a cause almost, and you have to speak about that as you go. And obviously, it's way early; you don't have that already. But you've picked your topic, haven't you?
Yeah.
What is your topic? What is your platform?
I want to do my platform along the lines of like bullying and being confident within yourself and showing other people that you want to stand up for yourself and not make yourself necessarily like a target, and you want to be able to express yourself and be confident in that.
All right. Have you been a target of?
Yes. I mean, everyone has been bullied
Yeah.
and picked on, like, in their life at some point.
Yeah.
But it's important to find who you are and, you know, your values and stuff to keep you grounded.
Yeah. All right, Kennedy Rowlands, you're a senior at Sisal High School.
Mm-hmm.
What sorts of things you talked about, and I'm going back to what you talked about at lunchtime today. You talked about you like psychology.
Yeah, I like more like the emotional part of psychology.
Mm-hmm. So is that you want to make that a career possibly?
Yeah, I want to go kind of into like counseling and you know, I kind of like working with kids, so I was thinking maybe like a high school counselor or something like that.
All right. So it's something, you know, with psychology, you could be a police officer as well, and I'm serious about that. I mean, because there's a lot of psychology involved in law enforcement.
Yeah.
All right, Kennedy, thank you very much. I remember I said boy, girl. I'm gonna break the gender roles, and
Okay.
Natalie Madden, you're the next one. You're a native.
Yes, actually I am. I've lived in Florence my whole life.
Actually, you lived in Dune City all your life.
Yeah, to be technical, yes, Dune City.
Yeah. And your sister was a princess, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. Back in 2001, she did Rhodey Court.
A long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And were you a junior princess also at one time?
No, I wasn't a very junior
Kennedy,
princess.
you weren't a junior princess either.
No.
Okay, all right. Because there's occasionally a little doubling up. It seems like there's multiple family members or sometimes. Do you remember watching that process in 2001? Of course, you were, first, second grade, somewhere in there?
Yeah,
You were
I
a
think
little
I was
one.
around like 5 or 6.
You were a little one. But is there anything that stands out from that, watching your sister go through that? And
When my sister did it, I just wanted to be like my sister. I just wanted to do everything that she did. I wanted to be exactly like she was. She was my role model, and I've wanted to do Rhodey Court ever since I saw her do it.
yeah. What are your expectations out of it this time? What do you hope to get out of it?
I hope to just give back to my community and to participate in all the events and just have a lot of fun.
Riding on a float and waving.
Oh yeah, that's the bonus, is the parade. So excited.
Now you get to wear a tiara.
Yeah,
All right.
of course.
Yeah. Trey's still grumbling about that. He doesn't get to wear a tiara.
I'm sorry.
So sorry.
What have you picked out a platform?
Yes, actually I have.
What are you gonna?
I want to talk about the arts. The arts have always been a huge part of my life, in performing arts and pottery and
dance.
More dance.
And did we say dance?
Yeah, did you say ballet too?
Yeah, and ballet. Yeah, because you've been in front of people. You've performed on stage.
The stage is like a second home.
A second home. All right. It's also like a. Well, yeah. It's a mistress. Natalie Madden is your senior. You guys are all seniors at
Yes.
Sisal High, so
Yes.
we'll just get that out of the way right now. So thank you, Trey. Real quick, I didn't ask you. What's your platform?
My platform is going to be on Link Crew, on how we integrate freshmen into high school society and how it's affected me and how I think it's affected the school.
And the Link Crew is kind of like a mentor.
Yeah, it's a mentorship, so
between upperclassmen and freshmen coming in.
correct. So we take an upperclassman and partner them up.
Yeah.
So me and Holly are the Link leaders. And
You
then
and Holly
Hicks.
Holly Hicks, okay.
And then we're grouped up and we have 18 freshmen in Mr. Hornung's Pride class.
Okay.
And once a month we teach them certain lessons on anything. It can vary from how to stop procrastination to anti-bullying and a list of all other
Okay.
stuff.
So the mentorship. So I'm hearing mentorship from you, and the platform for Kennedy that she talked about. What was your platform, Kennedy? I drew a blank. Bullying. Yeah, that's what they're connected. Confidence, and even the arts. So I tell you what, the arts tells me. Since I said arts, that means I have to take a commercial break. Don't ask why. But I do. You're listening to Our Town. Bob Snedden. I'm visiting with the 9 members of the Rhododendron Festival Senior Court. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will hear from a few more of them. So stick around. Don't Don't go anywhere. That's what I'm trying to say. And welcome back, Our Town, Bob Snedden. We're talking. Well, we're gonna rock and roadie at the Roadie Festival coming up in May, and we have the senior courts, boys and girls here, and I've talked with 3 of them so far, and I'm talking to number 4, and Jonathan Griffiths. And Jonathan, you've been in Florence. You're a relative newcomer.
I've moved here in the 3rd grade and stuff, so
okay.
I've
That's
been here. I've
newcomer
been
by
here a
my
while,
standards.
I guess. Yeah.
So you've seen a lot of Rhododendron festivals.
I've seen a lot of the parades. I haven't necessarily been to a lot of showcases, but
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed the parades, and I've been in the band, so I've been in the parades too.
Running the roadie run.
Yeah, I've run the roadie run a few times.
Although maybe not the last couple of years.
I actually have.
You have?
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of been a bummer not making districts,
Yeah,
but
okay.
yeah,
But we're planning on you not running in the roadie run.
that's the plan.
That's the plan, yeah, because it's the same weekend as district for track and field.
Yep.
What prompted you? You sound like you were one of the early ones of the guys signing up for the court. What attracted you to it? What made you think, yeah, I want to do that?
Well, last year, came the boys doing it the first year and stuff, like Derek and Sam and stuff, kind of their energy or whatever about
Sam
it.
Johnson and
Sam, Derek Kennedy
and
and stuff, and so their kind of energy and their positivity, from the experience stuff. So I was like, that sounds like something I want to do, and so I just went out and thought I'd just go do it, and so I'm now doing it.
All
so.
right. And Derek Kennedy, we should mention, was the king of the coast. He was the first king of the coast. You have a platform?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about honor and honor to God and family and to the country and stuff, because I feel like the youth now and stuff don't necessarily have that respect or honor that I feel like is missing and is a vital part to what America is.
And you are almost very close to getting your Eagle Scout, is that right?
Yep, I'm hoping to turn in the paperwork this Thursday, and so then just have the board review, and then that's pretty much it.
Oh, so we're talking imminent.
Yeah, 99% done.
Yeah, all right. Did that impact or influence your decision of what you were going to choose for your platform? About
Actually, yeah, I'll probably, because being in Scouts has really showed kind of what honor is about and stuff, because you have the Scout oath and honor to yourself and to God and stuff, so I'll probably incorporate actually a lot of that into my platform and stuff.
Yeah. I want to talk about gender roles just a little bit,
Okay.
because we had girls only on the court for many, many years, and then last year boys, and I think it was almost to the point where it was either, okay, we need to do something to make this more inclusive with both guys and gals, or not do it at all. Do you see it as that? I mean, it's pretty heavy stuff for an Eagle Scout.
Okay. Yeah, I think I see that. I think a big reason for putting in the boys is just making an ambassador for the Roadie Court, but also just showing the youth now and stuff, because we are a fairly older community, experienced in years, and and
it kind of makes it more relevant too, because before if it was just girls, there was an emphasis on it was a pageantry
and just their beauty and stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think I'm beautiful too. So
you're a pretty handsome guy.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll give you that. You're
All
pretty
right.
handsome guy, and you're probably beautiful inside.
I hope so.
Yeah. You have a pretty good sense of humor too. I'm finding that out. Jonathan Griffiths is one of the senior court. Now you recruited Trey, and you talked to a couple other people, say, hey, we need to get some more guys on here. What did you say to Trey to make him?
I told him that he should do this, and that'd be really fun, and that just thought we could have a lot of fun together and stuff.
You didn't
with
offer him
it.
a tank of gas or anything?
No, nothing too serious like that.
All right. Tell me some of the things that you expect to be doing between now and the showcase in May.
Oh, now? Well, a lot, we're gonna have that legacy project is, I guess, what we're calling it, and that's, we're gonna work on that park outside True Value that Wilbur Turnick, that he, helped get together and donate to the city and stuff.
Wilbur and Joyce Turnick did a lot of the work on that, and Errol Solo was another one that did that. As a matter of fact, we worked it out today that that's a Kiwanis project, and Kiwanis is going to work with you guys on doing that. So that'd be good. A lot of fun. So
Mhm.
there's some community service projects.
And then just like going to like some of the retirement homes and stuff, and just visiting with those guys, and just like kind of being ambassadors of the Rotary Corps and kind of like Florence, and just getting that connection back with them and stuff.
Right. Jonathan Griffiths is a senior at Sunnyside High School. He's one of 4 senior boys on the Rhododendron Festival Senior Court. We're going to switch over here and talk to Bailey Wells. And hi there.
Hi.
You're a native of
Yes,
Florence.
I am. Couldn't be more proud.
I can tell by your accent.
Thank you.
On both sides. I mean, your mom's been here for a long time.
My
Your
mom
dad?
actually came from Tillamook, but she
Yeah.
moved here. Her dad lived in Tillamook and her mom lived in Florence,
Yeah.
so it was a little back and forth. And then my dad actually went to school in Wallport,
Right.
but they moved.
But they have a lot of family connections.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of connections here in Florence. So what was... did you decide, like, 5 years ago that when I'm a senior, I'm going to be a roadie princess?
Yeah, actually, my little sister got to be a mini princess, and I always wanted to do that in elementary school. So it made me really jealous, and I didn't talk to her for like a week, actually, after she got picked. And so
And how old were you at that time?
I think I was in like 5th grade, maybe.
Okay.
I was still in elementary school. And so I made a promise to myself that I would do it.
And this is
As
your
a
little
senior.
sister.
Yeah, I actually have 2 little sisters and an older sister, but
Yeah.
it's the one closest in age.
All right, so she's a couple of years younger than you.
She's a freshman this year.
So who knows? Maybe in 3 years she'll say, "Okay, I'm gonna get one ahead of you."
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to figure something else out.
Obviously, still early, but many of the traditional things that roadie courts have done in the past, like selling buttons and stuff like that. Are you
Yes, that's-
decorating boxes to sell your roadie pins? And
I
things?
have. I've spent many hours already. Actually, Tristan and I stayed till 5:30 Saturday working on buttons, and that's what I did before we came here. Was
So you
distribute
stayed
my
up until
promos.
5:30 a.m.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a long night,
Yeah,
but it's worth it. It's
that's
like,
what time I go to work.
I know my dad too. He got up when we were still up.
So you're gonna have a bunch of those out.
Yeah,
And-
I actually have some at both Subways, which I work at. It's awesome for them to let me have them there because I'm not technically supposed to because of the franchise, but
Oh,
we have awesome owners and they support all the community.
yeah.
And then I have some down in Old Town at On Your Feet with a Splash, also at All About Olives, and I have one at the event center, and it's going to be at the Home and Garden Show this
Okay.
weekend.
All right. Are you guys going to be at the Home and Garden Show this weekend?
I have to work.
Oh, you have to work. All right. Now you have a sponsor. I mean, to make this happen, it takes a little bit of money to do this, and it's either tell each family that you're going to have to kick in a few $100, or you get sponsors, and that's one of the things the committee works very hard. And you have a sponsor.
Yeah, I actually have the best of both worlds. My grandparents own Rainbows Inc., and they are
Okay.
sponsoring me, so it's family, but they're still supporting me as
Right.
a community, not just
Yeah.
because I'm the granddaughter.
Ray Wells is Incorporated, and your grandparents have sponsored an awful lot of
Yes.
things, especially to do with youth. Trey, who's your sponsor? You can just shout that out.
Oregon Pacific Bank and Windriff
And,
Gallery.
and the
my
Windriff
dad.
Gallery, and you work at Oregon Pacific Bank
Mhm.
too. Sometimes, yeah. And Natalie, who's your sponsor? Lean in there.
Saisa Valley Fire Association.
Saisa Valley Fire Association. There's a connection there, I think.
Yeah, my
Yeah. All right.
dad.
And Jonathan, who's your sponsor? Did you?
I don't.
You don't have a sponsor yet.
Not quite yet.
There's an opening there.
No, I
there's
think
a-
it's being worked on.
Oh, it's me. Well, I was going to say, well, if anybody's interested in stepping up and adopting this poor child, so he doesn't feel left out, then talk to Cindy Wabi. And Kennedy, who's your sponsor?
Edward Jones.
Edward Jones himself.
Yeah. Well, no.
Andy Baber.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I actually said, so the families don't have to jump in here, but that's all right. We're talking with the Rhododendron Festival Senior Court, and let's get one more in here. Courtney King, let's get you in here.
Oh.
So step up in front of that microphone.
I was gonna try.
Courtney
Hello.
King is also one of my Viking Hour kids. Oh, wait a minute. Get back over here, baby. I didn't finish. I didn't finish with you. What was I supposed to ask you? Oh, what's your platform?
Mine's actually going to be in the correlation between the overpopulation of the Humane Society and just all the stray animals. Like, I used to live on 20th Street, and it's notorious for cat dumping, so it was real sad. I had about 5 stray cats that I fed in my backyard. My dad wasn't a huge fan, but
Yeah.
it's just hard for me. I want to actually go into animal science and become a vet
Okay.
or a zoologist or something of that sort. And so it was really hard for me. And then to go to the Humane Society, and it's so overcapacitated,
Way over capacity.
Yeah, definitely. And then we went and visited like Elderberry, and it was just really sad to me that they were all like clinging to baby dolls or little stuffed cats and dogs, just because they crave that compassion.
So the light came on.
Yeah,
You got
definitely.
Too many animals over here, and looks like some animals could help out here. And so
Yeah, and so
that's what
I'm hoping, I haven't talked to anyone yet, but I'm hoping to maybe bridge the gap to maybe even if they just go visit, or some, like, there's a cat that can come and stay with them, almost like a fostering.
Therapy animals.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Very good. All right, so that's Bailey Wells. Thank you very much. Now, Courtney King, your turn.
Hello.
Courtney King, you just ran in here. You're all out of breath.
Oh.
No, you didn't. Courtney is this is her second year of Viking Hour, so I may tease her a little bit more because I've been around her a little bit more. I feel more comfortable
Okay.
saying stupid stuff to you.
That's
The
okay.
longer I've known you, the more stupid stuff I say. When did you decide you want to get involved in Rhodey Court?
Well, when I was in elementary school, I always wanted to be a junior princess, but it was never me. So
I feel ya. I feel
You know,
ya.
it's like, when you're first grade and you think, oh, I want to be a Rhodey princess. And May comes around and you're not picked. And then
Yeah.
second grade, you're thinking, oh, I want to be a Rhodey princess. And May comes around and you're not picked again. By the time you're in fifth grade, you're almost desperate, aren't you?
yeah. And I always looked up to the senior girls, especially because I thought they were so cool. Like, I just thought that they represented what it meant to be a senior girl in Florence, Oregon. Like, they were involved in extracurricular activities, they participated in sports, they got out and were involved in the community. So
They got to wear tiaras.
they got to wear tiaras,
Yeah.
and they were in the parade, and they looked so pretty, and I was like, oh, I want to be one of them. And I don't know, a lot of them, or I've known over the years several of the girls who have been on court personally, and they've been big influences in my life, and I want to do that for not only my junior princess,
Yeah.
shout out to Alize Castellanos, and just, I don't know, any other girls in the community.
And you just mentioned Alice.
Yes.
That's one of the things that all 5 of you girls are matched up with one of the 5 junior princesses,
are.
and you are mentoring. And Alice is yours, and she's in.
Yes, she's in the 4th grade,
fourth
and
grade.
she's actually in my dad, Mr. King's classroom.
Your dad,
so-
Mr. King.
My dad, Mr. King. Yes, he teaches the 4th
Okay.
grade.
I mean, did you get a pick, or did they just match you up?
Well, we were at Saisla Bank, which is changing to Banner Bank. So it was Saisla Bank when we were there.
It still is until
It still is.
Friday.
Shout out to Saisla Bank. But yeah, so the junior princesses were lined up across from us senior princesses, and then Cindy asked the junior princesses if any of them knew any of us. And Alize raised her hand and was like, oh, I know her, she's my teacher's daughter. And to be honest, I didn't know who she was.
Oh.
I was like, oh, that's cool, someone knows me. And so we were paired up based on that. So,
Well,
yeah.
a lot of people know you because we should also mention that you were selected as Florence's future first
Yes.
citizen this year. So,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your platform?
Oh, okay. So I'm not sure how I'm going to word it exactly. Like what I'm going to say is like
Oh, give me the concept.
really simple. But one of the trails out at Honeyman State Park, which connects Canary, like the road Canary, to Highway 101, and then 101 to the campground at Honeyman on the other side. It has been closed recently due to it being unsafe. That is what we've been told by the parks, and I'm really sad to see that trail go.
And we should mention that when she said the word unsafe, she was using
I was using air quotes because I've run on that trail for 7 years. There's yet to be like an accident or anything bad happen. So it's just being closed. And my platform, I'm basing it on that you can't you can't protect everyone from everything. So I really need to come up with a more succinct way to say
Well, I
it.
threw the term at
But-
you earlier today about nanny state.
Nanny state.
And that's
Yeah.
basically what it means.
Okay.
Yeah. So government can't do everything for you, protect
Yes,
you from everything.
exactly. And I don't know, I learned in government, or econ I should say, if we switched over. I learned how France, the country, it's becoming more of just like a tourist destination because with all their healthcare regulations and everything that they've got going on, I don't know, it's hard to start businesses there. It's hard, I don't know, their economy is really hard to get going because of everything that they've done to protect the people.
All right.
And so that's what I've got.
Your sponsor?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I'm getting back.
You're-
I'm being gotten back to.
You're being okay.
Yeah.
Your name here. Courtney King is one of 9 members of the senior court. I got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to visit with the last 3, hopefully all 3 of them. Yeah, Joseph. If anybody knows where Joseph Dotson is, directly this way. He gets lost sometimes. I'm Bob Sneddon. We are talking about the Rhodey Festival senior court. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more.
I texted him like a million
Probably
times.
listening to us on the radio right now. Like,
Rode Starfish Theater.
All right, we are talking Rhodey Festival Senior Court, and this guy he's just ready to go. He said during the break, he said, are you going to talk to me next? Are you going to talk to me next? It's Keone Castro. And Keone, welcome. Your dad's a great guy.
Well, yeah, he is.
But I hear you're a pretty good dude too. So you have been here, since 6th grade? So
Yeah,
about
so,
6 years
yeah,
in Florence.
around
About
there.
6 years. See, that's how I gauge everybody. Is how long have you been in my town? Let's talk. When did you decide you wanted to be on the Rhodey court?
Well, the whole scholarship and filling out the applications is such a pain. It's like you have to just write all of them.
At the senior
And
year.
I was actually in my room playing video games, and my mother comes in and says, "Hey, fill this out. It's for scholarships." I was like, "Okay, cool. Like, I'll do it." I filled it all out. She looked at it, made some few edits and stuff, and then I turned it in, and then I realized that I thought it was just like a sponsorship, just a straight.
She tricked you, didn't she?
She didn't tell me it was court. Like this.
I don't like your mom.
But I don't know if she did either, though. That's the thing.
Oh.
But anyways, I turned it in. I got a call from one of the ladies. I forgot which one it was. Might have been her.
Might have been. Cindy Wabi is in the room.
Or
with
it was
us.
in that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she said, "Yeah, so we'd like to have you in for an interview." And I was like, I just played it off like, "Oh yeah." I found out all of a sudden. I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, cool." When she told me, I was like, "Okay." Go into my mom's room, and I'm like, "Mom, I didn't know this was part of the deal." And she's like, "It is?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, cool. Looks like you're gonna be on Rhodey court." And
All right.
maybe. And yeah.
And now, Keone is a very sharp guy because during the break, I looked around the room and I said, I'm surprised none of you have mentioned scholarships. We've talked about the fun you're going to have and mentoring and platforms and stuff. So what's the first thing Keone does? Mentions scholarships. So, well done. Well played, friend. So, I mean, what are you expecting to get out other than scholarships? I mean, what do you personally expect to take away from this experience over the next 2 years?
Well, one of the big parts is actually learning public speaking skills because we speak several times in front of lots of people.
You're doing okay. I want you to know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's one of the main goals, and probably one of the probably one of the emotional things, just learning how to just talk to people and just get out there and just start I don't know, I guess it's a people skill.
Yeah. Let me talk to you about the other 3 guys that you're on the court with.
Okay.
Interact. I mean, you played football and basketball, and so you've been on the same team with Joseph the last few years, and Trey with basketball. You played baseball last year.
I did not.
Oh, you didn't? Okay,
No.
I'm sorry. I thought you did last year. But, you've been around these guys. Jonathan, have you hung out with Jonathan much at all?
We used to be neighbors.
Used to
Oh
be-
yeah, we
okay.
did used to be neighbors.
Okay. But you have kind of a relationship at one level with these guys.
Yeah.
This is going to be a different sort of relationship over the next 2 or 3
Yeah.
months.
It's gonna be
Because you're going to be
fun,
spending a lot of time together, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you see that as a bonus, obviously.
For the most part, yes.
It's mainly Trey. Trey puts it down.
Tell me about your platform. What is
Well, I haven't really narrowed it down to an exact title yet, but it's mostly just I don't know if I'm gonna do top 10 or top 5, but just the top basic aspects of teens' lives today.
Okay.
How can I say this?
So give me an example of one aspect.
I guess bullying is part of it, and then image and confidence.
Something like body image and
Yeah,
style image and
yeah.
stuff like pressure to
Yeah.
pressure to
Stuff like
wear
that.
Hollister or
Yeah.
do you still wear Hollister?
No.
I do.
I never did.
Sorry, I didn't know what's trendy or not. You know, just Abercrombie or something like that. So those sorts of aspects
Yeah.
to growing up. I mean, because I imagine when I was your age, was like some years ago. 1975 it was, actually, 40 years ago. I had a whole different set of pressures. I mean, maybe some of the same ones
Yeah.
were there, you know, relationships with others my age and, you know, some bullying or whatever. But, well, I can remember there was pressure to have the 3-stripe, blue stripe Adidas.
Oh yeah.
Because those are the most
I've heard,
expensive
yeah.
ones.
And those
Yeah.
Nikes.
But Nike
Those
didn't
one
exist.
Nikes. Oh, they
Nike did not
Oh, yeah.
exist. We're talking pre-internet and pre-Nike. Okay, the word
Roadmap.
we did not have to hand crank our cars to get them started though.
Oh, okay.
That's a bummer.
Do you have a sponsor?
I do, and I actually have two, and they're splitting them.
Okay.
And one is Three Rivers Casino and Hotel,
Okay.
and the other one is, it's actually like a business owned by. There's two businesses, but it's owned by the same people, so it's still kind of split three ways, kind of.
Okay.
And then it goes, Pop's Smokehouse in Mapleton.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then the River.
Randy's River
Yeah,
Market.
yeah.
Okay. And of course, you made that connection with Randy's River Market because Chris is one of the assistant
Chris,
coaches
yeah,
of football.
Yeah, he was basically my main coach, the one that
Yeah.
was in contact with the most.
All right. Keone Castro is a senior at Sisa High School, and everybody look at Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Joe,
Hey,
Joe.
Joe.
Joe does.
How's it
We've been
going?
maintaining the illusion of radio because people didn't know you weren't here, Joseph.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, but
There's,
now they
there's
do.
a camera.
But now they do. I want to switch over here. Trista Lane, you thought you were going to be last, but yeah, you're not.
Oh, great.
And I just want to say one thing real quick. I found out this afternoon. Fraudville, a lot of people went to Fraudville last Saturday night. It was a fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club. There were a whole bunch of desserts on the silent auction table for sale. And, you know, it was like, okay, a few people made some desserts and brought them. No, one person made the desserts. And how many desserts did you make, Trista Lane, for that?
Well, I do need to give credit to my mom, Sonia Engel.
Yeah.
She did help out a lot, but I did feel a lot of the workload.
So you and your mom did them all.
Yeah. Oh, and Bailey would really love for me to mention that she tied the bows on several of
She
them.
told me, she didn't want to tell me
Yeah,
that.
she made a point to mention that.
But there were a couple dozen at least.
Oh, yeah, there was over 20 different
Yeah,
desserts.
yeah. All right. So tell me about yourself, Trista Lane. You're a Central Coast girl.
Yes, I was born right here in Florence, Oregon, which most of you guys can't say, so I feel like I have the advantage there.
Joseph is pointing at himself. And Courtney was pretty close. She was born in Benton County as she came along.
I was born
pretty
in
close.
Lane County.
Yeah.
It's still part of the county.
Yeah. So,
Brian's born in Lane
so,
County.
well, so you watched many roadie festivals over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that one of the things you wanted to be a roadie festival or roadie princess?
Honestly, I was never into the girly stuff, and I always kind of envied them. I thought it was cool to be in a parade, but I didn't know if I wanted to be a princess particularly. And Bailey Wells actually convinced me to do it this year, and I didn't realize that they're steering away from the pageantry aspect of it, and so that really intrigued me, is that it's more of a community service and self-improvement project than it is getting up in big dresses and getting judged.
All right. What's your platform?
My platform is going to be on the history of Florence and how it needs to be integrated into the youth's education more. And I was really shocked to find out there's a lot about Florence that I don't know, and it was upsetting, especially about Wilbur Turnick, because he's such an important member of our history, and I really feel like it's a good opportunity to help with his park by True Value, and I'd like to learn more about our history.
All right. And you have a sponsor?
I'm in the market for a sponsor right now.
All right. Well, you know, Keone's got 3, it sounds like. So
Yeah, maybe you want to hand me one over.
Technically.
only 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure that we'll get you hooked up with somebody, and there's some opportunities there as well. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm rushing through this because I'm running out of time, and I need to get time to talk to Joseph too. But what do you hope to take away from this whole experience, Tristan?
I really hope to gain some good public speaking skills because I would like to be better at that. This is really hard for me right now to talk to people.
Well, I got to
in
tell
public.
you, all of you guys are doing a very good job, and you especially, Tristan, you're
thank
doing
you.
a very good job. Not to downplay, not to.
I'd probably sound better if I wasn't sick. I'm sorry to all the listeners who have to listen to my sick voice.
Well, we'll disinfect the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Trista Lane is one of 5 senior girls at Sisal High School. How close are you? I mean, you mentioned you were close with Bailey. You guys both played volleyball.
Bailey Wells and I are best friends.
Yeah, you both played a lot of volleyball together. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
Natalie, do you play volleyball too?
No, I'm a dancer.
You're a dancer.
But Kennedy and I are best friends.
Okay, all right. So there's some, and then Courtney is just a poor lonely girl.
No.
Jeez. Let's talk to Joseph Dotson real quick before I run out of time. Joseph Dotson, welcome. Been here a long time.
Yep.
You're a Viking Hour kid too, so I feel like I can give you a little bit of a hard time.
Oh,
What made you decide to be on the roadie court?
Well, as I've said before, my sister was a junior princess, and I was always a little envious of her. She got a lot of attention, and I don't know. Last year it was really cool seeing the guys for the first time, and I just wanted to do something to help the community because it's such a great community. I love Florence so much, and if I could do something to help out, make it even better, why not?
All right. Do you have a platform?
Yeah, right now. Oh, yeah. My platform is going to be education and how some children have trouble, and how all they need is just one person to stick around and help them. Just even like 30 minutes out of the day. Just give them some encouragement. Just sit down with them.
Just be there for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Just talk to them. Oh, okay. Do you have a sponsor, Joseph?
Yeah, I'm sponsored by State Farm and Florence Heating and Sheet Metal.
All right. And we should mention, of course, Joseph, all these kids are involved in athletics. And before you say, well, wait a minute, I haven't seen Kennedy out on the field. No, Kennedy is very involved in athletics, the dance and cheer squad. And you guys just competed in state a few weeks ago, and you took 8th place out of the state. So that's good for you. And Joseph, football, basketball, track and field, and probably one of the better track athletes that we have here at Sisal High School. Yeah. Oh, Jonathan is one.
Jonathan's all right.
I got to squeeze in here. I got to squeeze the last break, but thank you all for coming in. We're going to take a break, come back. I'm going to wrap things up in just 2 minutes. Here I am back. I was cramming. Thank you all for coming in again. I want to just mention the Rhodey Scholarship, the Rhodey Scholarship Showcase is coming up May 6th at the Florence Event Center. And tickets for that are on sale at the Chamber Visitor Center.
Yes.
And it's not very expensive, I think. $12, something like that. And you'll get to see the kids performing, and you'll get to hear them talking about what's important to them as well. Lots of opportunities to see them out in public over the next few weeks. The guys are going to be at the Rotary auction coming up on the 14th, and they're going to be out, I think they're going to be out on April 11th, out very public, pulling weeds and spreading bark and gravel and stuff out in front of True Value, helping Kiwanis with that out there, and speaking to all kinds of different folks around the community as well. So guys, and I say that in a non-gender specific way, thank you all for coming in. Jonathan Griffiths, Kennedy Roylance, Keone Castro, Joseph Dotson, Courtney King, Bailey Wells, Trista Lane, Natalie
Madden.
Madden. I've known people for a long time, and the names just vanish from my head. And what was your name again, Trey Cornish?
There we go.
Yeah, Trey Cornish. Thank you for coming in. Cindy Wabi, thanks for shepherding them in here. We're going to wrap things up for you and get out next month. Our Town coming up on, holy cow, no fooling, April 1st will be the next Our Town. We'll tell you more about that in the coming weeks. But that's all for me. Thank you all for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And listening.
We're going to meet in the lobby for a few minutes.
Sorry, guys.
Sometimes it's just
All right.